Have you ever walked into a room and felt invisible? Like your presence barely registered, no matter how much effort you gave. You speak, but the room doesn't move. You try harder, but still, no one seems to take you seriously. Now imagine this. You enter that same room, and everything shifts. People pause mid-sentence, heads turn. You haven't said a word, but everyone feels your presence. That's not luck. That's power. That's dangerous confidence. This isn't about pretending. It's not about repeating empty affirmations or forcing fake smiles. It's about rewiring how you think, act, and carry yourself, using timeless psychological principles that have shaped the world's most powerful leaders. And no one understood that better than Machiavelli. He wasn't just a political strategist. He was a master of perception, control, and influence. Centuries later, his ideas still dominate boardrooms, war rooms, and negotiation tables. In this video, we're taking Machiavelli's raw, dark truths and turning them into a mindset you can live by. A mindset that builds unshakable inner confidence. A confidence that doesn't shout for attention, it commands it. Because true confidence doesn't chase validation. It creates gravity. People orbit around it without realizing why. So if you're tired of being overlooked, underestimated, or dismissed, this is for you. In the next few chapters, we'll break down how to think, move, and speak like someone who doesn't just survive in this world, but dominates it. Let's begin. This is the psychology of dangerous confidence, and once you understand these principles, you'll never see yourself, or others, the same way again. Confidence doesn't come from being liked. It comes from knowing exactly who you are. Most people believe charm wins power. They think if they're nice enough, loud enough, or funny enough, people will respect them. But Machiavelli saw through that illusion. He knew charm fades, but clarity endures. Clarity is dangerous because it removes confusion. And when you're no longer confused about your worth, no one can manipulate you. Power doesn't belong to those who seek approval. It belongs to those who define their own rules and enforce them. You don't need to explain yourself endlessly. In fact, every time you over-explain, you hand someone else your power. Speak less, mean more. When you control the pace of a conversation, you control the energy of the room. Pause before answering. Look people in the eye. Let silence work for you. Silence makes others fill the space, and in that space, they reveal themselves. Say no without a paragraph after it. No is a full sentence, not an apology. Every boundary you draw sharpens yourself. When your words match your values, and your values are unshakable, confidence stops being something you chase. It becomes something you radiate. People feel it before they understand it. They sense you've decided who you are, and that decision is final. Machiavelli would tell you, stop asking for permission to exist. You already do. Decide what you stand for. Then live like it's law. Clarity doesn't make you arrogant. It makes you undeniable. And once you have that, charm becomes irrelevant. Because people don't follow the nicest person in the room. They follow the one who knows exactly where they're going. Machiavelli understood something most people still ignore. It's not enough to be powerful. You have to appear powerful. Perception shapes reality. And in every room you walk into, people are already forming judgments before you speak a single word. The world doesn't respond to your intentions. It responds to your image. That's not vanity. That's psychology. Want respect. Look like someone who can't be disrespected. Want trust. Project stability, even when chaos surrounds you. The lion and the fox, Machiavelli's two favorite symbols of power. The lion dominates with strength. The fox conquers with intelligence. Together, they master perception. You must learn to be both. People notice how you move before they hear what you say. So move with purpose. Walk slowly, as if you controlled the pace of time. Speak clearly, without rushing to fill silence. Dress clean, not flashy. Simple, intentional. Style that whispers power, not screams for it. Hold eye contact a second longer than comfort allows. Confidence lives in discomfort, and discomfort is where weak energy dies. You don't need to be the best. You just need to believe you are long before anyone else does. Belief is contagious. Project certainty, and others will adopt your confidence as their own. People crave direction. Give it to them through calm control. The truth is, perception is a form of leadership. It's the art of guiding attention. So design how you're seen. Don't let the world decide it for you. Appear powerful, sound certain, move deliberately, because when perception bends in your favor, the game already belongs to you. Machiavelli once asked a brutal question: is it better to be loved or feared? His answer was clear: if you cannot be both, it is safer to be feared. Love is emotional. Love can change. Fear builds boundaries that last. But here's the truth: fear doesn't mean cruelty. It means control. Being feared just enough makes people respect your limits without you having to announce them. It means kindness is a choice, not a weakness. If someone disrespects you, call it out once, then withdraw. Never beg for respect. Earn it by enforcing consequences. People believe what you tolerate. If you allow disrespect, it becomes your reputation. You don't need to shout to show strength. Quiet certainty hits harder than volume ever will. Machiavelli believed in unpredictability. The person who can't be predicted can't be controlled. Keep a part of yourself hidden. Mystery creates power. When people can't read you, they can't manipulate you. When they can't predict you, they start to fear disappointing you. Fear and mystery form a balance. Too much of either becomes poison. But when mastered, they turn you into a force others respect instinctively. Play dumb when it serves you. Let people underestimate your intelligence. Their arrogance exposes their strategy before you ever reveal yours. Smile and listen. Study and wait. The moment will come when silence becomes your weapon. Power doesn't announce itself. It waits in the shadows and strikes only when it must. That's not deception. That's discipline. You don't need to win every battle. You just need to be the one left standing when the dust clears. That's control. And control is confidence. True confidence doesn't scream. It doesn't demand attention. It builds quietly until the world has no choice but to notice. Machiavelli never trusted noise. He trusted leverage. While others chased recognition, he built strength behind the curtain. He knew that attention without power is exposure. It makes you a target. So build your power in silence. Train when no one's watching. Work when others rest. Develop your craft until excellence becomes your default. Every skill you sharpen in private becomes a weapon in public. Every moment of focus builds invisible momentum. When you finally speak, your results will echo louder than words ever could. Stop announcing your next move. Just move. Stop telling people what you plan to do. Show them when it's already done. Quiet people are often underestimated until their success breaks the silence. Learn from powerful people not by flattery, but by observation. Watch how they navigate pressure. Study their calm. Powerful minds reveal more through restraint than through speech. Your routine is your fortress. Protect it. If something feeds your strength, guard it like treasure. Most people burn out chasing applause. You rise by chasing precision. Discipline is the foundation of dangerous confidence. It's repetitive, it's lonely, it's not glamorous, but it's unstoppable. When you build power silently, your presence becomes undeniable. You stop competing for attention because your results speak for you. By the time people notice, you've already outgrown their expectations. Let your silence confuse them. Let your actions define you. Because the loudest person in the room rarely holds the real power. The quiet one does. Confidence isn't a trick. It's not a performance. It's a state of being that begins when you stop waiting for permission. Machiavelli's lessons aren't about cruelty. They're about clarity, control, and strategy. They teach you that power is not given, it's built. That perception can shape destiny. That fear, when balanced with respect, commands loyalty. You've learned how clarity replaces charm, how perception shapes power, how silence builds control, and how discipline keeps it all alive. Dangerous confidence isn't arrogance, it's ownership. It's the moment you decide that no one else defines your worth. When you stop explaining yourself, when you stop asking to be seen, when you start moving with purpose, precision, and calm, that's when the world adjusts to you. You don't need to be loud. You don't need to be the most talented. You just need to be consistent enough, patient enough, and strategic enough to outlast everyone who doubts you. Because in the end, confidence isn't built in crowds, it's built in solitude. In the quiet hours when no one's cheering, and you still show up, that's where you forge something unshakable. That's where you become the weapon. So stop waiting for approval. Stop hoping for luck. Start building your mind into something that can't be broken. And when you walk into the next room, don't hope to be accepted. Walk in like you own the ground. This is how you master psychological power. This is how you become dangerously confident. If this message hit home, hit that like button. Subscribe to Psychology Insights for more deep dives into human nature, power, and the art of influence. And remember, move like a shadow, strike like a storm, and never ask for permission again.